Hey Spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome back to our Let's Play tutorial as the Aztecs. So, we were in the process of getting more settlers, getting another trader, and building a galley to do some production chop exploiting. It has actually come to my attention that this production chop exploiting will be fixed in the Gathering Storm patch. However, I still think it's valuable to tell you about it because likely there will be similar things that we can take advantage of in the Gathering Storm expansion and update. We will refresh your memory on how this works if you are not sure once it becomes relevant. I am going to scout back down here. I think I have enough information up here. I could declare war on Hong Kong and kill their warrior here. They have archers. Okay, that's fine. Am I still at war with Armagh? Sorry, it's Buenos Aires that I'm at war with. And we have guys in position to continuously farm builders off them. I could additionally be farming more builders off of them, but I didn't want to go too far in getting those early builders. I think it's just a good example to just you know, if you get one city-state nearby that you don't particularly need, just go ahead and farm them for a few builders. We'll keep scouting over here and we'll go to the next turn. Looks like a barbarian encampment has spawned somewhere, and I need to keep an eye out for where that is. Let's see. It looks like it spawned right over here. So we're going to want to immediately start taking that out. Now, I could chop here. I could chop for 70 production, and that would be multiplied by 100% because I have the plus 100% production towards ancient and classical naval era units. Ancient and classical era naval units is, I misphrased that. That would give me 140 production, which would overflow into this and almost finish it. So we're going to wait a couple of turns to get this galley a little bit closer to completion before we do the chop. And I might be able to get a couple of builders over here, so I'm going to position myself appropriately to declare war on Hong Kong. And we're going to keep scouting with this galley. I recommend you scout manually, because, again, auto-explore is not very good. It doesn't do a very good job of keeping your scouts alive or revealing the terrain. So, since we have basically a free kill on this archer, we're going to declare war on Hong Kong. And we're not looking to kill Hong Kong, we're just looking to farm their units for archers. So we'll get almost a kill here, and then we'll get a kill here, and we manage to capture ourselves a builder, and we're going to just pull back and hopefully bait this archer out into the open, and then we'll be able to move forward and do a good hit on him. So let's move in to get some damage in on this barbarian encampment. I made a mistake about the plus 10 damage. I didn't realize the battle cry promotion worked on the Spearman. I don't know if that's new or if that's just something I never realized. I'm a little bit, I mean, I knew it worked on that, but for some reason, logically in my head, just when I was doing this series and really paying attention, it just seems like it shouldn't work, but for some reason it does. Another really cool piece of information that the developers gave us in the live stream was actually that supposedly civilizations, when they are generated, they're sort of given a region of the map that's theirs, that is like supposed to be fertile land that belongs to them. And I'm a little bit skeptical as to how well that's working, because if you look at our land, we've been granted really terrible, really terrible land. We have a really horrible desert over here that's making it very impossible to settle over here. We have, like, our fertile land plane is like right here, but that basically overlaps with Sumeria's plane. Whereas if you compare that to what Sumeria got, they have a much better fertile land area than we do. Still waiting for Buenos Aires to pop out another unit. And we'll go ahead and take care of this barbarian encampment. Let me get some era score and some gold out of that, and we'll spend a couple of turns healing. Not quite ready to chop here for the galley, and we'll keep exploring this way. It's always good to pop up onto a hill to get a little bit more knowledge. And I think another barbarian encampment just appeared down here, and we're going to want to go deal with that. So let's bring this guy over to keep an eye on Buenos Aires. We just finished the trader here, and we are going to trade with Armagh because we have a quest for +3. We have a quest for an envoy, and getting another envoy with Armagh will actually get us to the point where we could get suzerainty of them and be able to build the monastery improvement. More importantly, it'll give us a little bit more faith from the trade route and from the thingy. So we got some era score for becoming their suzerain, and now our shrine that we have over here is giving us an extra 2 faith. So that's really good. Early faith generation is quite powerful, and it'll only get more and more powerful. Okay, so we have to make some decisions about what we want to do in this city. We are building a... we have started on some stuff. So what kind of things could we do to help our civilization along? We could start manually building our own builders. We could do the Oracle, but we don't really have very good hills. We don't have an excess of hills to build the Oracle in. We could build the Oracle in our capital, which would mean we could turn this faith generation into great people. But we're kind of focused on building settlers in our capital right now. Something we could build that would be helpful is either a library, or perhaps we could just quickly grab another Eagle Warrior. I think we have enough Eagle Warriors, so I'm thinking we want to just quickly get a monument to get our culture up to get the city's borders to expand. Alternatively, we could get to work on a settler, since we do have the settler production card in, and we still do want to settle a few cities, so perhaps a settler would be a reasonable choice in this city. We're going to wait another 2 turns. You're going to spend a moment healing up, and we will quickly heal these guys up and hope that the archers come out to meet us. And we'll send this builder on his way home without any escort, because he should be able to make it home. Okay, that's a quadrireme, and you actually cannot beat a quadrireme with a galley, unless you're very lucky. So we're going to retreat and wait for the second galley that we can use to help us fight it. Somebody else built the Hanging Gardens, a city-state has been defeated, and a unit has a promotion. Alright, this is fantastic, so that we can get this kill here. He came forward into an exposed position, and we'll be able to get another free builder. And we'll slowly just walk this guy home through terrain that we have vision of. We'll bring you forward, we'll attack here, bring you forward to assist. Looks like Buenos Aires isn't building any units, but that's okay. We want to stay at war with them until we can no longer easily get free things off of them. Now, I think there's a few viable places here that I could settle. Settling on the coast wouldn't be bad. I'd like to settle on the coast, but I would like to get access to the spices, and I'd also think I'd like to settle on the horses, so they have access to these river tiles. Let's see. It's hard to know exactly where we should settle. I think I'm going to settle off of the horses, although I could do some interesting district stuff in here. I could do like Aqueduct into a campus or a holy site and kind of just build this city up. So we might settle on the horses. We built a settler in the capital. I could build the Oracle. I could build the granary. This city isn't really having growth problems right now. I could get the barracks to give me the option of getting more of these great generals. The watermill would provide me with a bit of food and production. I think we're just going to continuously build settlers for now. We're going to bring you up onto this hill. And one more turn and then we'll chop in this city. So we're going to just bring you back down this way. Let's see if we can talk to Sumeria and get open borders with him. Oftentimes when you get open borders with somebody, you can get a little bit of gold off them. I'm going to see if I can get like 45 gold. So he'll give me 40, probably give me 47. Oh, he'll even give me more. Okay. So probably like 54, 55? 54 gold. So that's a free 54 gold just from getting open borders with Sumeria. And the advantage of that is we get a little bit of gold and we now get a +3 relationship benefit with them, which is quite good. I think we already have open borders with Mongolia, but it's just important to take every opportunity you can to exploit the AI for more resources than they would otherwise want to be giving you. We're going to go ahead and kill here and hope for a builder, and we did manage to get another builder. And we'll take a heal here. I'm going to take Commando because the +1 movement is very, very useful. Okay, that's very unfortunate that he was sitting right there. I should be in position to recapture him, but that's okay. And we'll get this kill. And we'll bring you back over here. And so here is another archer that we can kill for a builder, potentially. And we did. So we're continuously generating builders for free, essentially. Okay, so we're one turn from finishing this galley. And we are going to chop now. 10 of the production is going to go into the galley, and the rest is going to overflow into finishing the pyramids, and we'll be able to finish the pyramids. And essentially, we've only really worked the pyramids for 2 turns, but we have finished it in 2 turns, essentially. Let's keep moving our settler over, and we'll bring this guy back to get reinforced by this galley over here. We'll do a little bit of exploration. There's Mount Roraima. I think we get some error score from discovering that, right? I can't remember. Yeah, we get a little bit of error score from discovering that. So, though it is important to scout. Oh, and in fact, I have a promotion on my scout. I'm going to move him onto the hill. And there's the pyramids. And the pyramids is a really powerful wonder, especially for the Aztecs, because every builder that we have and will generate now has +1 charge. So you can see over here, this guy's a 4 charge builder. This guy's a 4 charge builder. So let's get in position to kill this unit as well. And we'll move this builder again just towards our base. Now, we were lucky enough that they didn't actually kill it. These guys will start spawning swordsmen, so that's something we need to keep in mind. We'll move you over there. And we finished the research for aqueducts. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this city and I'm going to place the aqueduct district, because if you place the district, it locks in its price at 91 production. Even though we don't plan on building it right now, just locking it in is good. As for the other district we could go for, we could place a holy site over here. I think this actually might be a really good industrial zone. So I'm going to place a pin there to remind myself that that is going to be an industrial zone. I'll just put "ind" there to remind myself. And instead, we could get a theater square, or we could just continue working on a settler, and I think we'll... Huh. I guess we did lose the production from that hill. Huh. I feel like this was only 4 turns a moment ago. Maybe I miscounted how long that was going to take. Oh well. So now that we have this in Texaco, we would like to get the Petra. However, we have to make a decision about where we're going to put the Petra. And I think we're going to put the Petra over here because there's a lot of choppable resources and there's some hills. So I might actually redirect this settler to settle on this floodplains and then go for the Petra over here. So we're going to start making our way towards the Petra. And we might also need to do a little bit of analysis on other stuff. We might want to pick up ironworking so that we can upgrade a couple of our Eagle Warriors to be able to better fight city-states. And then once they're upgraded, you actually don't need... You can still get builders even though Eagle Warriors are out of date, because you only need to get the kill with the Eagle Warriors. So you can soften them up with a swordsman, for example, and then do the finishing off. I'm going to hold that builder there for a turn because I want to improve that iron mine. In fact, I'll just go over here real quick. So I think we are going to... We want to get to mathematics. We want to get to apprenticeship. For now, I'm going to pick up currency because it's a really, really good and important piece of infrastructure to get commercial hubs for trade routes and gold. We could place monasteries here. This would give us an extra 2 faith from these tiles. I don't think I really want to be working these tiles in the early game. So we will just leave that as is. I think I'm going to work this tile. I think I'd also really like to pick up harbors, because I want to start building a harbor over here for the trade route. In the meantime, the city is on fresh water, so we may as well get to work on a monument to just get a little bit more culture out of this city. I think I'm going to keep this guy fortified here, just so that this settler that's on the way will be protected. You're going to heal up there, and I'm going to get you to fall back a tile. You're going to heal up there. Let's see if we can catch and kill that scout. And we have a couple of builders that we can use for various tasks. Let's head you over there, and this builder will go prepare to help out this city when all the chopping is happening. Just going to get a moment here. You're waiting for your reinforcements. And you're continuing to scout with this guy. We are going to take the Alpine promotion. It kind of doesn't really matter which one you take. I often just take whichever I feel like is going to be more useful. Let's see. All right, our friendship with these guys has run its course, so let's renew it. And all this is doing is just making sure they don't declare war on us before we're ready. That's going to be pretty important on higher difficulties. On lower difficulties, it's not so important. We're going to build a mine, get a second copy of Jade, and let's see if we can sell that off to Mongolia. They actually don't have any money, and these guys already have Jade, so we don't need to sell them it. Hopefully we can meet some of the other civilizations in the game, and you head up there to improve that mine. You're making your way back this way. We're trying to bait these guys into attacking us. Excellent. My troops are merely passing by. I'm going to get this guy to fortify. I think I can get this kill. Now I have to put this guy at risk to get the builder. Okay, we didn't even get the builder, but we should promote or be able to retreat effectively. It's okay to lose a unit. We do have an envoy, but we're not going to spend it because we can't get any value out of it. I'm going to get that builder to just slowly move over here. These guys now have walls. That's a little unfortunate for me because I'm going to be taking continuous damage from them now. But we will be fortified in an area around their base. Okay, we improved this mine here. And we are going to work that for the extra production. I could drop farms here, but kind of the layout that I'm thinking of is like a city there, an aqueduct there, a holy site there, a campus there, commercial hub there, harbor here, and a commercial hub here. So that doesn't really leave a whole lot of room for farms. I could do like a little string of farms woven in and around, but I don't know if that's going to be worth it. I think a theater square right here would be pretty good. That's kind of like, these are the tiles that I have already occupied mentally for other stuff. I'm just going to have a little bit of a look. Is it possible for me to get a farm triangle in here? I could drop the commercial hub and then get a farm triangle here, and I think we'll do that. And I think we definitely want to work the extra food maybe next turn. We're just going to bring these galleys up to explore. I recommend, it can be okay to explore a galley solo, but you just have to understand that they're likely to die. So, but I find it's often good to explore them in a group. And I think actually this extra spices could be useful. So I will accept that deal. It seems like a pretty reasonable deal. That's unfortunate. So I'm going to get this guy to fortify. And these guys should attack him. And he, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to go into the forest so that only one of these guys can attack me, and then I can attack back to get a builder. Because I don't want both of them to attack me at the same time. I accidentally blocked my settler here, which will mean it'll take another turn to get over there. It's not the end of the world. It won't actually delay the settle by much. And you're just going to fortify there. We'll put a farm here. And we'll put another farm over here. Let's keep exploring. There's some good information to be found around here. And now I'm going to move to the left onto the hill so that this guy will attack me. And then I can make a decision about how I want to approach killing both of these warriors to get builders out of them. I'm also going to bring this Eagle Warrior up north now. You're going to fortify there. You're going to fortify over here. And I could move in and take out these walls to prevent the city from shooting. It might not be the worst idea. I think I'm going to start investing builder charges into the aqueduct. And we'll just keep moving up to the north for the purpose of exploring. And there's a quadrireme over here that we can't fight normally, but we have 2 galleys, so we should be able to fight without too much hassle. There we go. We're going to bring this guy. I am not the suzerain of Armagh anymore, and I need to be so that I can move through his terrain. So I am going to use this envoy that I normally wouldn't use to become their suzerain again. You're going to settle right here. And I have another settler who I can send over here. Okay, so we got theology, so we can build temples in our capital. We're not quite ready to do that because we're still settling. I think it might be okay to pick up the construction technology so that we can build entertainment complexes and maybe go for the Colosseum. Building a temple would be really nice for the +4 faith and +4 culture, but I think getting settlers out is equally important. And in here, we have multiple things we need this city to be able to do. One of them is to grow. So we're going to quickly get a granary so that we can grow this city a little bit bigger. We're also going to pick up Amani, specifically so that we can hold on to suzerainty of Armagh over somebody else, because I don't want to get my warrior kicked out of this terrain as he's coming up to reinforce here. So we're just going to retreat. You are going to... I should also place a district in here. And I think the district I will place is... right. Let me think about this. If I'm placing an industrial zone here, and I'm placing Petra here, then this would not be a bad spot for a theater square. So we're just going to buy that tile. We're going to place the theater square. We're going to come here. We're going to invest into it. That'll take 7 turns off of it. And then we'll go back to building the granary. You are going to fortify. I think I will buy this tile just to get the farm triangle ready. We're going to grab this guy and we're going to work the food because this city has plenty of housing available and it's able to grow, so we will grow. Growth is very valuable if you can do it efficiently. We're going to move up here and get a hit off on this quadrireme. And we're going to keep exploring with our little scout here. As expected, they're chasing me, which is good. Where are you going? He might be trying to settle over here. I think I can get there before him, but I may have to consider looking to block him. By placing units in his path along the river. We're going to switch the production to the theater square again. Remember, every time we chop here, we're getting 29 production, and each builder has 4 builder charges. So that's 19, 18, 136 production or so we're getting for builders that essentially cost us nothing because we generated them for free. We do this again. We're up to 58 production, and we can continue to work on the granary every turn. Okay, let's see. can I actually invest into the aqueduct? It would be a worthwhile investment, I think. It's probably not as worthwhile as investing into a normal district, so I think because I have a better option, I'm not going to do that. One thing I will need to do, though, is to protect this settler. So I'm just going to step away from Buenos Aires for now and keep exploring with my scout. There's the quadrium. I don't want to end my turn beside the quadrium and give it a free shot. I want it to have to move to me to attack me. We're continuing to run away. We don't want to lose a warrior for no reason. Okay, we'll place a theater square. We'll chop it again. And see, we're almost finished our theater square really, really quickly thanks to these builders. It looks like he might be trying to settle over here, in which case I'll have to do something about that later on in the game. Maybe with loyalty pressure I'll flip it. I'll see how I do that. Okay, that means I can bring these guys back. We should be able to kill that archer without too much hassle. This builder, I think it would be okay to place a mine here. That would give this city another production tile. And I don't plan on putting anything else here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I could get more adjacency over here with the industrial zone, actually, which means I could place something else here. And I think we'll do it that way. That seems reasonable to me. I'm playing a little bit slower today and talking a little bit more carefully. Okay, now we can kill this. Okay, we didn't get a builder. That's an unfortunate roll. It's not the end of the world. We are going to switch to a theater square, chop in again, and switch back to the granary. We'll put this builder on it. We'll switch to the theater square, and then we'll just finish the theater square in one turn. We have a 4-charge builder over here. We are going to need more builder charges over in this city. Should be able to kill this archer without too much trouble. And now this guy is pretty wounded, but we can just back him up and grab the tortoise promotion. We'll move this settler over this way. And we'll leave things... Well, I guess I could in theory move you over here just to scout and make sure a barb camp doesn't spawn as I'm moving into this terrain. Let's see. I want to make sure... Yeah, this city has good food, so an extra bit of production would be quite welcome. And we just want to reveal as much terrain as we can. So it looks like the quadrium came forward to fight us, so we'll attack with the healthy unit first to minimize the amount of damage we take, because wounded units take more damage when fighting. By spreading the damage out, we can recover the health more efficiently. And so now we've got another quadrireme to fight. It's a risky move. If there's another quadrireme in the fog, it'll get a kill on us, but that's okay. And now we're going to pick up currency because we want to get to mathematics and apprenticeship. We finished a theater square over here. We'll get this guy in position to chop. I'm going to move Magnus now over to Tenochtitlan. Tenochtitlan. And we want to get the defensive tactics because the other building that's really good for abusing wall chops or abusing chops is ancient walls. So we want to get this starting to build. So that we can overflow chop in there. So we were unfortunate here. We didn't get the builder we were hoping for. You're going to move over this way. And you're just going to keep an eye over here to make sure a barbarian encampment doesn't spawn for our settler. We got ourselves another builder. I think I will put a farm down here. And we're going to move these guys around into positions surrounding the city. I could actually, before I need to build Petra, I could chop out a couple of forests here and get these settlers a little bit quicker, and I think that's going to be valuable to me. We'll just keep exploring with our scout. We're just trying to reveal the terrain so that we can have a better idea of things. And we're just going to get all of these guys to fortify until healed. We'll put a farm here. That'll give us the feudalism bonus. So we've placed enough farms. 2 farm triangles gets you feudalism. It's always quite nice. We have Texcoco over here. I think in the Aztec language, X is like Tech. It's like Texcoco. And this is like, I think that could be, I can't remember, but I remember I was watching a thing recently on it. So, there is a pretty good holy site in here. And if we placed it there, it would get +2 adjacency. Do we want to do a holy site in Texcoco? I think we want to get the harbor for the trade route and the +2 gold, as well as the ability to build a navy in here if we need to. We're going to place you on here. So it looks like they're coming down here to settle this, but I should be able to loyalty pressure this out. So I'm not too worried about that, especially since we have plenty of settlers coming. And you can come back now, you've done your job. You can explore over here. And I'm going to take I'm going to move him back 2 tiles, and I'm going to take the helmsman promotion because I find mobility, I really, really value mobility rather than combat power. I find mobility is a very rare stat to get. So I'm going to take a risk here and attack to go for a builder. We didn't get the builder. And I'm going to hopefully try to bait them into attacking this guy. What I'm hoping is that the combat strength of this unit in the forest is higher than the combat strength of this unit on the plains, so they'll attack the unit on the plains, especially since this guy has +10 combat strength against ranged attacks. Alright, we have a builder here, and we are going to swing over to the capital to chop out a couple of settlers. Oh, that was the wrong unit. I thought I had the settler selected. Whoops. These little mistakes happen. It's not the end of the world. Okay, we're going to let him attack us first. So you just stay fortified there, and you're going to finish off exploring over here. Alright, great. Now we're going to pick up any leftover little pieces of exploration that we haven't quite finished up. We're going to bring these 2 galleys back to heal now that they've done a little bit of combat. They've done a little bit of exploration for me, but they're a little bit too low to continue. And as I hoped, they shot the unit on the plains and not this unit, so I have a better chance of escaping with him. And I'm just going to do a fairly full retreat. And we're going to settle on the horses. And there's a couple of reasons why we're settling on the horses. You can't place districts on the horses. So by settling on it, we place a district on it, the city center. We also get access to the horses. And there's a few other good benefits. But this is also a really viable spot here. But I would like to get a bunch of districts in here that will all provide adjacency bonuses to each other. Now, if I were to settle here, it would give me another strong coastal location that would reinforce Texcoco. And I could use this as a launching point to explore the New World. Or, well, the alternative continent. It's kind of like, I guess from both perspectives, it's the New World. So that's something we could do. I'm trying to think about this. Do I want to settle on the horses, or do I want to settle here? There's advantages to both. This is slightly less reliant on fresh water. And you know what? I think I'm going to settle on the coast, because there are some pretty good resource tiles in here. We finished a settler in here. I think it would be good for me to pick up another Eagle Warrior, or somehow reinforce my Eagle Warriors over here. We're going to go ahead and get this kill. And then we're just going to retreat with these guys. We got what we came here for, which was a couple of free builders. So I think I'm a little bit thin on units right now. So I'm going to get another Eagle Warrior because, you know, I'm pretty hurt. And they're starting to take a bit of damage from the city taking shots at us. What I might do is I might unlock and swap in the production card because I'm not building boats right now. And the rest of that is fine. So in 2 turns, we should be able to do a nice chop here. to boost out a couple of quick settlers. And let's go ahead and look for anywhere we haven't really explored. Looks like up north there might be a little bit of knowledge up here. Maybe we'll find another natural wonder. You never know. Okay, let's sound the retreat. We want these units adjacent to each other. Oh, that was a mistake, actually. Maybe it'll be okay. One more turn and Magnus is established. I just want to keep these guys waiting. We'll move the settler. You'll fortify. And we're going to want to settle out at least 1 or 2 cities down here and then another city over here if we can, just to take advantage of as much land as possible. We're going to settle right here. And I think that's going to be it for this episode. I hope this guide is helping you guys out. I'm going to be doing a little bit less explaining as I go now, and I'm rather going to be leaving open the comments for, you know, if you have questions about why I did a particular thing or why I didn't do a particular thing. But I think we're doing a reasonably good job of getting ourselves into a strong and dominant position. We aren't quite lead sites, but that's not a big deal. Cimmeria always has a really strong early game science yield. And it looks like Cimmeria is actually murdering Mongolia, which is interesting. But yeah, I'm going to call that the end of this episode. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. I hope I've fixed some of my microphone issues that I've been having. So we'll see. Anyway, I love you all very much, and I'll see you next time.